Thanks for stopping by the Hellcat Dogman page. And as always, this is for historical and entertainment purposes only. I've been away from doing the personal, individual voice stories on dogs. I've just been uploading pictorials of influential dogs from the past. So now I'm going to do a piece on the one of the good dogs from the back in the days, Miss Pool Hall Red. So with that being said, let's move on. The female recorded in history as Wood's Miss Pool Hall Red was the very last dog Jack Kelly in Jack Kelly's Book of Champions from 1972 through 1983, printed by Jack Kelly and the Sporting Dog Journal. She was the last entry under the section listing Register of Merit. The female known as Miss Pool Hall Red was bred by Ronnie Hyde from some of his earliest breedings. Ronnie Hyde had acquired his female Hyde's Meanie directly from Maurice Carver. Later he had bred her to her half-brother Barker Davis, Grand Champion Boomerang. They produced Miss Pool Hall Red. She was fed, raised, and schooled by Ronnie Hyde and Kimsey Woods. Kimsey Woods owned Pool Hall Red from a pup. After she had produced 2 litters of pups for Kimsey Woods, he sold her to Irish Jerry and Robert Sweatman. Robert Sweatman and Jerry took her out south for her first professional competition, which she won in 28 minutes. Almost a year after her first win, Sweatman and Holcomb took her to Cecil Pond's mini convention, where she lost to one of the greatest dogmen of that era, Don Mayfield, and his female Easy. Miss Pool Hall Red absolutely flew over on her courtesy scratch that day. Irish Jerry later brought out, or rather traded his own interest in the female called Gold Pudding to Robert Sweatman for Sweatman's interest in Miss Pool Hall Red. Now Irish Jerry was the sole owner. In the later part of 1976, Irish Jerry took Miss Pool Hall Red to the Cotton Patch Convention. Irish Jerry was contested into Bob Finley with females to weigh at 40 pounds. Floyd Boudreau was the referee. Bob Finley was using a red female named Satan, and Irish Jerry used Miss Pool Hall Red. Miss Pool Hall Red came out so hard, so fast, with such a bite, that Bob Finley almost instantly conceded the contest, picking Satan up at the 4.5 minute mark. Note, late in 1976, Finley Satan went on to defeat Cutchins Willie in a contest that lasted 53 minutes. Cutchins Willie would not scratch to continue the contest. Just a short time after Miss Pool Hall Red had won her contest over Finley Satan, the new ticket would read Larry vs. Chuck, with females coming in at catch weight. Billy Creech was selected as the referee. Irish Jerry was handling Miss Pool Hall Red for Larry, going into Chuck's buckskin bitch that belonged to Boy McCormick. This female belonging to Boy McCormick had been reported as being an outstanding female with phenomenal abilities. At the 21-minute mark, Chuck's female failed to scratch, leaving Miss Pool Hall Red to become the winner. Having now won 3 and lost 1 professional competition, Irish Jerry bred Miss Pool Hall Red to Bradshaw and Buckwheat champion Bully Bob, the litter-mate brother to his own champion Wee Hut, and raised 4 pups. It was nearly 2 years later, at the Greg show in 1979, that Irish Jerry used Miss Pool Hall Red in a contest against Jimmy Lee's Queeny. It was the sixth contest of the convention. Lee's Queeny was sired by Davis champion Chivo, bred back to a daughter of Davis champion Midnight Cowboy and Hans Grand champion Candy. Irish Jerry stated that Jimmy Lee had done a super job of conditioning one of the best females he had ever seen. This was one of the hardest fought battles that many fanciers had seen in years. It says an even contest as these two females swapped shoulder and stifle holds, they really poured it on hard. It was Miss Poolhole Red that made the first turn at the 27-minute mark and starts the scratching. By the 45-minute mark, Miss Poolhole Red is not getting up as fast as she was early in the contest. By the 52-minute mark, Queeny is taking more control over the contest. After 6 scratches each, then Miss Poolhole Red makes her 7th scratch, and one of the gamest scratches many said they had ever seen. Irish Jerry concedes the contest and picks up Miss Poolhole Red at the 1 hour and 5-minute mark. Lee's Queeny is declared the winner. However, once again, Miss Poolhole Red proved just how game she truly is by completing a deep game courtesy scratch. Woods, Miss Poolhole Red, had now won 3, lost 2. Irish Jerry bred her back to her own son off of Bradshaw's and Buckwheat's Bully Bob, named Irish Jerry Bully Boots, who had earned his own championship title. Once over these pups, Irish Jerry took her to the Cajun Country Convention, where she won 4th contest in 25 minutes. It was the 4th contest at the Barfield Show, reported in the January-February of 1980, reported by Gene Carpenter. Barfield was the referee. Irish Jerry used Poolhole Red against Robert Griffin's Lover, coming in at 40 pounds. Griffin's Lover, a buckskin female, was conditioned by Drew Favre. Upon release, these females come out hard. Lover gets in the nose and Miss Poolhole Red gets on the legs. Poolhole Red makes the first turn, but at the 18-minute mark, when called on to do so, she scratches wide open. Then it's Lover up to scratch at the 26-minute mark, but she takes the full count, leaving Irish Jerry and Miss Poolhole Red to be declared the winner. Miss Poolhole Red makes a great courtesy scratch. For her 5th contest, Miss Poolhole Red was then matched into the Gold Pudding female. That's right, the same Gold Pudding that Irish Jerry had traded his interest in to gain sole ownership of Miss Poolhole Red. This contest turned out to be a classic. However, when two great dogs meet, one has to lose. After a battle that raged on for 1 hour and 45 minutes, Gold Pudding, try as she might, simply could not complete her scratch against Miss Poolhole Red. Voted best of show, Miss Poolhole Red was presented the trophy by 2 outstanding dogmen and 2 of the finest competitors of the day. Upon the trophy, there were engraved words to the grand old lady of the game. Between her 7 times being competed in professional fights, 5 wins, 2 losses, Miss Poolhole Red produced many great first-class litters of pups. She was bred to the Register of Merit sire Woods, 2-time winner Snooty, to produce the outstanding litter of pups, included Bobby Bristol, 4-time winner champion Thor, who in turn produced at least 5 champions himself and earned his own Register of Merit title. When Miss Poolhole Red was bred to Bradshaw and Buckwheat's champion Bully Bob, as recognized by both Butch and Candy House, Pit Pal magazine, and Don Mayfield's The Pit Dog Report, she produced Clam Diggers and Irish Jerry's Champion Bully Boots. Later, she was bred back to her son, Champion Bully Boots, and produced Holcomb's Champion Joe Jose, and the dog remembered and recorded as Fred Bowling's and Purvis Champion TK. Thus, the female remembered as Kimsey Woods or Irish Jerry's Miss Poolhall Red produced a line of performance dogs that was to last far into the future and ensure her place of remembrance within the respected history of the American Pit Bull Terrier. Let me know if anybody got any of that Miss Poolhall Red blood, today. And how is it doing? Confirmation shows in the woods, hog hunting. Keep us posted. And like I said, thanks for stopping by the Hellcat Dogman channel. This is for historical and entertainment purposes only.